Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about being the new guy. Okay, so we have had some really nice weather here in England for the last couple of weeks. We're in the middle of this heat wave, which has been amazing. It's been really great, although it does get a bit warm when you're working in the flat all day. And I decided I'd go out for a walk this evening, and I found this nice little isolated footpath, but I'm kind of being eaten to death by bugs here. But anyway, I thought this would be a perfect place to do a video because it's nice and isolated, although if any of you guys ever do YouTube videos, you know that no matter where you go, as soon as you start filming, somebody comes by. Somebody's walking their dog or just walks past, or they'll be like, so something will happen. Anyway, so today I want to talk about being the new guy. It seems like my entire life I felt like the new guy. I felt like an outsider, like everybody else all knows each other except for me, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. It's like a pretty common feeling, probably among guys. But like in high school, I would change schools a lot, so I was always going into a new place. Have to establish, to make new friends, all that kind of stuff. I changed jobs a lot, so I'm always, in a new place, getting to know other people, and always kind of feeling like an outsider. And especially as a contractor, where I would go from job to job to job, it was something that I got used to. I'm kind of used to being the new guy. I'm used to that feeling. But you know what? Still kind of sucks, right? You go into a place and you start to, you set up your network, you get to know people, you get to know their systems, you get to know their software, you get to know how all things work. And then after a year, for me it's about 2 years. After about 2 years, it could be. It depends on the place. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 2 years, sometimes it's whatever, anywhere in between. I start to feel like I need to move on. Like I need to do something new. And so even though you establish all that credibility, all that experience, all that kind of stuff, you kind of have to be willing to just sort of throw it all out and start someplace new, which is actually very beneficial for those of you guys who are getting into the software market, right? Over the years, I found that when I stay at some place too long, I might get a salary increase, but when you're someplace and you're picking up new skills, especially if you're picking up new skills like when you're not at work, like you go home and you're learning new things, no matter how good you get, the people who hired you are a lot of times, it's not always the case, but a lot of the times they'll still see you in the light of that inexperienced person they hired. Like, they still want you to work on the old systems, all that kind of stuff. And if you stay in the same place, your salary doesn't go up that fast, or your as a contractor, your rate doesn't go up that fast. But if you go from place to place to place, you get into new negotiating terms. Like you get to go into some place, you get to impress everybody. They see how well you know everything, and then again after a couple of years, you're kind of like, time to move on. But that's just the way things are. That's how the software market works, right? I've worked with people who worked in the same place for 15 or 20 years, and they're like a part of the furniture. They know their systems, but they've never bothered to learn anything else, right? They don't know what their value is on the market. They just, they've never really been looking. And as a contractor, I've always been, looking, say, what is my value on the marketplace? And I think this is a healthy way to think about things, especially those guys getting into the software market. Because I've known a lot of people that I've worked with that were miserable at their jobs. They always talk about how, I'm going to quit this place as soon as I can, but they never do because they're not willing to be the new guy. They're not willing to go through that uncomfortable experience of, dude, I don't know anybody here. I don't know how anything works. Those first few days where you a lot of times I work at a place where they have security passes, and it takes a few days for them to get me a security pass, so I have to get somebody's help to go to the bathroom. God, that's awful. But after a while, people stop referring to you as, who? Who are you talking about? What, that new American guy? After a while, you start to, dig yourself in. You learn their systems. You learn the way they work. But if you have a portable mentality, like you're willing to be the new guy, like your skills are portable too. Like you could take those skills. You don't get dug in so you know their systems and nothing else. you become marketable on the market, then your salary can go from being whatever, 30,000 a year to 40,000 a year to 50,000 a year. You can make these big jumps because you're marketing yourself again on the skills that you have now and not the ones that you had when the previous place hired you. That's always been my experience. You guys might disagree with that. Let me know if you do. And let me ask you guys this. How long does it take you to not feel like the new guy anymore? For me, I think it's probably around 3 months. After around 3 months, I don't feel like the new guy. But, up until then, I always do. Anyway, hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're safe and healthy. And I'll talk to you again next time.